Welcome to Whose Take It Is Anyway.
I'm Brandon. He's Ben.
Hey, guys. And yeah, that's our producer, Cameron. He's here, too. He's helping us out today.
He's the guy in the back.
And we're going to get it on like Kevin Federer and Britney Spears circa 2004 or whatever the fuck it was.
Okay.
All right, guys. Well, we only have 3 games of football left. The Pro Bowl doesn't count because fuck that.
Sad face.
Yeah, I'm a little sad, to be honest with you. A little sad, but we got some great games this weekend. And we can go over some games from last week. Let's start with the Chiefs and the Colts. Colts got blown.
Yikes, Colts.
Blown out.
Have a slice of humble pie.
So what general thoughts, Beastu?
General thoughts, Luck played like trash. Thought it was a poorly called game as well. And the Chiefs just took advantage. I don't know what else to say. I mean, it was a blowout. So,
it was pretty rough. Didn't think that was going to happen like that, but the Chiefs are for real, I think. The Chiefs have too many weapons.
I had them in the AFC Championship game, but so did everyone else.
I think,
number one seed.
Yeah, I think that was pretty easy. There. So, they're playing the Patriots, who, absolutely destroyed
the Chargers.
And I
wasn't even close.
I feel bad for Phillip because as I get older, I love Phillip more.
And you want 9 kids?
No, I don't want that. But I feel like we're relatable. We're just kind of like old grumpy men at this point in our lives. Like
he talks a lot of shit. He's
not only that, he's always complaining on the field to refs, which I just love. He's just like a baby on the field.
Gets pushed over. Where's
and
the
I love
flag?
It. Yeah, exactly.
I
love that. I love his attitude towards like players and refs. And as I get older, he's just like, I don't know, something about him.
Because I was reading the last, I don't know if it was the divisional round, the last time he was there in 2008 when he played with a torn ACL, and he came back at halftime.
Yeah.
And he played through it like that. Like that's pretty tough.
What a stud.
Chargers have definitely had their share of bad luck come playoff time. They've had some pretty solid regular season teams.
I'm not going to lie. I genuinely thought the Chargers were going to win this game.
Going in?
I really did.
Wow.
I really did.
Wow.
I honestly did. I thought the Patriots' run was over here, but
we
were completely wrong. Completely wrong. The Patriots are doing their thing again.
Yeah.
So, to the NFC, though.
Better game, more exciting.
A little bit better game.
More of an exciting
game. We'll start with the Cowboys and the Rams, which was a decent game.
Yeah, it was a decent game.
Cowboys pulled within 8, a little late, but they made it somewhat fun to watch.
Yeah.
But it was amazing to see the Cowboys allow 275 yards rushing
when they held us to 78. I think on the button, and we were averaging 160. Love that.
We'll talk about the Seahawks a little later. We'll definitely get into that a little bit.
Love that stat.
But that was pretty crazy to watch. And after the game, it sounded like some Rams offensive linemen saw some tips from the defensive linemen on the Cowboys, so the offensive line picked those up and knew where to block and knew where to pick everyone up.
Exactly, and sorry to go back to the Seahawks, but when you run straight up the middle, like pretty much 90% of your runs, it's not that hard to stop. When you put people in positions to be successful as a defense. You put 8 in the box and you say, hey, cover these gaps. That's where the guy's going to be.
Yeah.
Know where to run. Doesn't matter how good you are, period, or how good your offensive line is, or where you rank in rushing, or wherever.
It makes you wonder what really happened in that Seahawks game. It
also
makes you a little frustrated as a fan, and we'll get to this. We'll get to this, but yeah,
it's just as a Seahawks fan, it's frustrating watching. First off, Eagles Saints going down to the wire. Yeah. We're thinking if the Eagles pull this off when they were up 14-0, if they pull it off, we could have hosted the NFC Championship.
So speaking of the other, so the Rams ended up pulling out late.
Right,
they did fine.
Mm-hmm. They're
gonna go on and they're gonna face the Saints, who came back.
Yeah.
And beat the Eagles down 14-0.
Yeah.
That
is not a small feat.
No.
Okay, 14-0 against the 6th seed.
I know, it's insane.
And that's hard to do.
It's
and
insane.
that's a testament to Drew Brees.
Exactly.
Kid's got everything under his belt except an MVP.
He's not really a kid anymore. He's
40.
Is he 40 now?
Yeah, no. I think he's like 38.
No, yeah, exactly.
Well,
I think he's 38, but I know he might as well be 40.
He's
40.
Round up.
He's 40 in QB years.
Round up.
The guy's got every accolade in the book except for an MVP.
Okay, hold on. He's 40 years old.
On the button?
He's 79 or 78.
That makes sense because he was 22 in the Rose Bowl against the Huskies.
1 point for me.
Good for you. He's 40. Good. So
1 point for me.
So's Brady's 41.
By the way, I also just wanted to say one thing before we go on any farther. Brady is 41, but the name of this podcast was created by me. And I just wanted to say that because
he's got to have his moment.
Pomeroy's kind of giving me some gruff on that last moment right there. And
Billy
I just wanted him to know that was my idea. So shout out to me.
Shout out.
Anyways,
yeah. Just a nice segue.
Yeah. Yeah. So let me tell you, the Saints defense really locked down.
Oh, I know.
After allowing 2 scores,
deep throws too from Big Dick Nick.
Yeah. Shout out to Big Nick Dick. Shout out to all my Big Dick Nick. Listen. It's a real thing. I'm not kidding you. When I went to University of Arizona, that was the rumor. He
saw it.
That was the rumor. No, that was the rumor. But shout out to Big Dick Nick. Mm-hmm. Shout out to the University of Arizona. Shout out to the Players Hall.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Shout out to the Players Hall.
Love it.
Deuces fresh, homies.
People are calling him the greatest backup QB in history.
And he's about to either get paid a lot of money.
Again.
Yeah.
Just like, who paid him last time? The Rams?
Well, yeah, but, I mean, and then the Eagles paid him.
And then the Eagles paid him again.
Well, too.
Well, he did well for the Eagles, which got him paid.
Listen, we're talking about the quarterback didn't even win the fucking game. That's how amazing this guy is.
Yeah.
But here's the deal.
Sorry, Drew.
Yeah, these Saints, they're for real this year. And they're half of my Super Bowl prediction. I think it's going to be the Saints. And I hate to say it, I think it's going to be the fucking Patriots. And it really pissed me off. And I think we're all in unison here.
Yeah.
I think we're all in unison here.
Yeah. I wish I could disagree with you for argument's sake or to be the devil's advocate, but sorry, dude. Brady's got that look in his eye, and nope. Don't want... If I'm Kansas City, I'm shivering. What are they? I think they're only like 3.5-point favorites. I think. Yeah. I know it's under 5. That's clear. And they're at home. It's going to be fucking 10 degrees, 50 degrees, pouring snow probably. Doesn't matter. Watch the Patriots come out and win like 28-10. You know, hold a 40-point offense week in and week out to like under 20. I can see it happening. I have nothing against Kansas City. Okay, took the Seahawks. That was an awesome game. Pretty sure you were there.
I was at that game and it was awesome. And Patrick Mahomes is unreal.
Yeah, the arm angles, the strength.
He's doing it
in his second year.
He's a good athlete.
No, I know exactly.
It's pretty crazy.
And then Tyreek Hill's just a freak.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
losing Kareem Hunt. That's a bummer.
But yeah, and I think they're gonna put up a decent fight this week. I really do. I don't think it's gonna be like the Chargers. I don't think that's gonna happen because
what if it happened though?
Here's another thing. I think the Chiefs' defense stepped up a little bit last week with Justin Houston back.
Yeah,
that's huge.
That
especially
is
to get Brady off his point.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I do think the Pats will advance because here's the thing. I think the Pats are gonna be a better team in the cold.
Period.
The Chiefs are gonna got a lot of speed. They're speed and precision. They're not gonna run the ball down your throat. They're not gonna do that.
They can't. They don't have Kareem Hunt to do it with. You know?
But I think it's gonna be Saints and Pats, and when we get there, we'll predict that game. But here's the spreads.
That's tough because you don't know, dude. Injuries could happen.
So the spreads are literally the same. So the Saints are favored by 3 points.
Okay.
And the Chiefs are actually favored by 3 points. So here's the thing. For you gambling fiends out there like me,
degenerates,
who has a serious problem,
not fiends.
Shout out to Huey and Quentin, and NKG now. What a guy! This guy lost $40 this week.
That's
big time.
On what?
He laid down some parlays on the NFL games and he lost them in the first leg. It was great.
Parlays next week.
He lost the first game.
Yeah, we'll get in the parlays.
Oh, he did the playoff games, all of them.
Yeah.
We'll get
you on it. We'll get you on it. We'll make sure you lose some money this week. All right, so here's the deal. The Chiefs are favored by 3 points, and the Saints are favored by 3 points. I'm definitely just taking the Pats money line and just getting a nice little payday.
Yeah,
it's easy.
That's
money.
easy. That's
easy money. Saints Rams.
I want Saints.
I think the Saints are favored by 3. I kind of like that. I think the Saints by 3 is nice. Now, let me tell you, I'm looking at this over-under of 56.5 in the Saints-Rams game.
and I am probably
going over.
Yeah, I'm going over that. There could be 30 points apiece for both of these teams. And it's going to be a shootout, I bet.
Just remember, especially
on turf.
Yeah, you're too young to bet the under.
Oh, exactly.
You're too young to bet the under. That's not
I don't even bet, and I would bet the over on that.
So you got to move on. You got to move on. But so that's playoffs. Unfortunately, as we are here sitting in the beautiful city of Shoreline, we live in Seattle, and unfortunately, Seahawks lost to the Cowboys in a pretty.
And this is a
pretty heartbreaking game, I'd say.
And frustrating, I should say. I would rather than heartbreaking. It's more frustrating.
Yeah, you're right. It was frustrating, and I'll say this though, the season wasn't frustrating.
No.
I'll say this.
Had a great time this year.
The season was a complete success.
Outside of that 0-2 start, because then we figured it out.
But the fact that turning around after 0-2 was even more fun. And see the progress of these players.
Young players.
And I'm going to say this right now. This team's got, I think, a very bright future.
Oh, I hope so.
If we can re-sign Frank Clark this offseason, make sure we sign Russ, of course. I think those are, you got those players. You got Lockett, who's 26 years old. Mm-hmm. You've got
who's earning his contract. Thank you so much. He just got it, and look at the season. He just had career high in everything.
Yeah, and
that's awesome.
Chris
Carson,
awesome to see.
Chris
Carson, 24. Trey Flowers, 23. Shaquille Griffin, who, listen, was rough this season.
Yeah,
looking a little
loved you last year, bro. Loved your promise.
You're looking a little top heavy to me. I think we need to scale back there.
Not only
he's only 20. Listen, he's only 24.
No, I know that. But God, you just want to see a progression of getting better and better and better. But serious sophomore slump, bro.
Frank Clark is 27, so you resign him.
Yeah.
And then you got your tight end situation. Nick Vannett, 25. Will Dissly, I think, 24.
God, and you hope Dissly comes back.
Yeah.
Patellar tendon tears. That's not an easy thing to come back from. Look at Jimmy Graham.
And so those are just 5 or 6 players right there. But you go look at the Seahawks roster right now. Majority of the Seahawks roster is under the age of 30.
Yeah,
it's kind of unreal.
And that's how. What did we do in 2012 and 13? That's where our roster was.
Start building up the depth too.
Exactly.
Jerron Reed, what a freak! He's 24.
11 and a half sacks as a defensive tackle.
Unreal.
That does not happen. Here's
the thing. I think we're going to be fine. And this season was a complete success in my eyes. The fact that you went 10-6, I thought maybe 7 or 9 or 8-8. I didn't think
I had 6 and 10.
See, I didn't think some people were calling for 3 or 4 wins.
Oh, see, that's bullshit.
In my eyes,
bullshit. We're not as long as you have Russ, exactly. You're going to get at least 5 or 6 just because of that guy.
If you have a franchise quarterback in the NFL, that's automatically 3 wins right there. No matter what.
Exactly.
If you have a franchise top 5
and that's why we cannot take him for granted, because remember when we didn't have one? It fucking sucked here.
That was like purgatory for like 3
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I think the biggest thing is this offseason is to re-sign those players that we talked about earlier. Mm-hmm. And also take advantage of your only 4 draft picks.
Yeah. And I think we got to hit some we had to hit home runs last year and this year, but dude, seriously, and I heard this draft is stocked in pass rushers. Mm-hmm. Got to have them. Okay, yep. Can never have too many. I need another person other than Deion Jordan on the other side, or that Shamar Stephen.
Yeah.
Need more than that. Next to 5s. Need them. 5. Whatever.
What I'm kind of looking for is a center field safety. I want a safety that is, a ball hawk. Someone that brings physicality to the squad. Mm-hmm. Someone that plays that center field like Earl Thomas did. And I know that Earl Thomas is kind of a once-a-generational type of safety. But if you can get somewhere close to him, just someone that makes a play on the ball back there and helps those cornerbacks play man coverage.
Yeah. That's why we were so good for so long.
For us. And I think if we can hit on something like that this offseason of the draft, that would be
big time.
That'd be huge.
And that's where I'm focusing on the defense in the draft.
For sure. It's a definitely defensive heavy draft, and I don't know. I think I don't want to. We'll visit the Hawks Cowboys game here a little bit, but I think you can't blame it on the run game in that game. I think that was the one game where it just faulted.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, that happens sometimes. You just have a dud, and unfortunately, I think you played your dud against Dallas Cowboys. And the fact that you were within 2 points and you gave yourself
a chance.
Game.
Yeah, that's true. Losing your kicker, which didn't really make a big of a difference, but it would have nice to have had a better onside kick.
By the way, Seabass, you're also one of my favorite athletes. The fact that you went down like that, crumple up in a heap, you wait for the cart, and then you decide, oh, you know what? I'm okay. I'm going to get up and just walk it off. I'll be just fine. Let me go get my cigarettes and my whiskey. And
exactly. And I'll be
with
my untucked jersey that looks like he just got it at Just Sports and then put it over his freaking jersey. Every week I'm like, that's not an NFL jersey. That's like one that I could buy right now. I mean, I know they say it's the on-field one, but it's literally like he just took it off of the shelf and just put it over his pads. The sleeves are loose. The whole thing's loose.
Yeah.
But we can't. This offseason, man, you got to get a kicker because that is 2 years in a row that we have flat out swung and missed on kickers. Period. Yeah. Look at the first 2 games. If Seabass makes those kicks against Denver and Chicago, shoot, we would have been a different seed. Yeah. You know, you start looking at 11-5, 12-4 maybe.
I think the big thing though is you do have to find. I think I just go back to like the defensive draft. I think you got to find those players that are gonna swing the momentum on defense.
Yeah.
By making big plays against teams like the Rams. Turn the ball, make those guys turn the ball over.
That's why, God, I would have loved to have round 3 against the Rams.
And yeah, exactly.
Would have loved that.
I think you would have beaten them the third time.
Yeah.
I really did.
It's hard to beat a team 3 times in a row.
Exactly.
Especially when we took you to the wire in both games.
Exactly. And so I'm definitely looking forward to some things, and I'm excited. I think.
Yeah, the future's bright. It just sucks that we have to wait fucking 7 months for training camp and OTAs. I know we're in a couple months, but this is the worst time to be in Seattle for sports. I mean, Husky basketball is cool. But we don't have winter sports. We don't have hockey. We don't have basketball. So it's
hockey next year.
I know
it's rough. It's rough.
It's a rough time right now.
But that means that we get to pay attention to the NFL draft a little bit.
Yeah, that'll be here before we know it. Combine.
I just want to throw one name out there that I do like at the safety position for the Hawks. I think you might know him pretty well.
You're gonna say
T-Rap.
Are you gonna say Taylor Rapp?
T-Rap. Taylor Rapp, safety from UW. I don't think he's quite the athlete like Earl.
I don't either.
But I think the dude brings some major physicality.
Oh, he does.
Some major physicality. He's kind of a ball hawk too.
Yeah.
He's always around the ball.
Always around the ball.
He's always around the ball.
4.5 sacks this year.
That's what I'm saying.
Tough from the safety spot.
He's making plays. What I like about him is that he can come down in the box.
Yeah, he lined up. Yeah, multiple times. He lined up as a pass rusher this year.
But he's a smart player. He knows how to take certain angles to the ball and
for sure
and keep up on those speedy guys. Like even if it's an aerial sort of team. So I'm excited to see him.
I'll be interested to see where he ends up. I mean, yeah, I'd love to see him.
Seahawks have the 20th pick?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think Rapp.
He could be there.
Yeah, I don't.
He could be there. I think Murphy will be top 15. So I don't think Murphy will be there. But not that we should take him. But shoot, Shaquille, bruh, year 3. First off, don't they say year 1 to 2 is the biggest jump you will make? Like if you're gonna make a jump, it is right there. Okay.
Yeah.
It is right there. Like look at. I mean, well, shit, Russell Wilson. That's a pretty easy thing to say, but shit. What he did as a rookie, all those rookie records, and then 13-3, not a lot of touchdowns, didn't have to. Marshawn Lynch and a great defense, and Super Bowl champ. Boom.
So
year 2.
Speaking of like Russell Wilson and just like the usage of Russell Wilson, I think a lot of people. What's kind of funny about that Seahawks and Cowboys game, and I just want to kind of talk about this.
I think I know it. Yeah.
Is the national media seems to be like, what the fuck were the Hawks doing? What the fuck was Brian Schottenheimer doing? What the fuck was Pete Carroll thinking of just running the ball,
and taking it out of Three's hands,
running the ball, and not letting Russell Wilson just
win you that ball game. Yeah.
And here's the thing: I get where they're coming from, but I also don't think they watch this team very much this season.
No, they don't. And I'm not saying that's East Coast bias, but at the same time, it's easy when hindsight's always 20/20, and after the game's over, and you can sit there and say, well, if we did this, if we did that, well, fuck yeah. That's the beauty of hindsight. And that's why we have it. That's why you have.
I will say this: if Pete Carroll and Schottenheimer don't learn from this, then that's an issue.
Yeah.
But I think, like you listen to Pete Carroll in interviews after that game, and even Schottenheimer, and they're just like, yeah, we need to be more urgent in that situation. We need to let Russ throw it out. We need to see that the run game is not working. We need to let number 3, who's a Pro Bowl quarterback, a top 5 quarterback,
and countless fourth quarter come from behind victories, dude. He's got over 20 in his career. Okay,
and you've seen Tyler Lockett make huge plays this season. He made a huge play in that Cowboys.
Yeah, that was
a help. Keep them alive.
Yeah,
so
huge catch.
They can do that. They can do this, and I think they just.
And I would lock it. Drawing all those penalties this year, leading the league in that, and obviously a perfect rating with.
Yeah.
That does not happen very often, and it happened with our guys, and it happened in a contract year, not the year going into it to earn a contract, but once you get one in the offseason, you're like, oh shit, third round pick out of Kansas State. You showed some flash, and then you got hurt. And now you look hesitant on kickoff and punt returns. You don't really have that burst. You don't have that, but more than made up for it at the receiver position. Yeah. Baldwin, how many games did he miss? He's not getting any younger. All of our old core guys that we used to just revel in and we were so lucky to have, like look at KJ Wright and Doug Baldwin. They're breaking down. They missed a lot of time this year. And
but what's kind of
that's the nature of the beast. We got to turn a corner.
We have signed these players like Austin Coitro and Michael Kendricks, who filled in pretty admirably this year. And
I think Kendricks was
pretty good.
A great signing for sure. That was. I mean, we rolled the dice basically, and we won that. I mean, I understand that he ended up getting caught, or not. He was caught, but having to leave, and then obviously broke his freaking tibia or whatever it was, broke his leg, and played on it. No big deal. Whatever.
It's just.
I mean, you saw like Frank Clark's tweet. Did you see that?
Playing with 2 torn UCLs.
That happened in the Vikings game. Both of them tore both of them.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong. If
I don't know my cruciate ligaments, but MCL and ACL I know are pretty important.
It's in your elbow?
Oh, is it the elbow?
I heard in the UCLA is UCLA.
Yeah, it is in your guys. That's what pitchers have. Pitchers have UC sprains
in the elbow.
Yeah. That's crazy,
listen,
dude.
If Frank Clark gets 13 sacks with 2 torn UCLs, then
love to see it 100%, man. You might be a 20 sack guy. You might be Aaron Donald. Who knows?
But I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm a little worried about him tweeting about that because remember when like Richard Sherman started tweeting about that, and then we got.
But didn't he? But No, I know, but wasn't Frank Clark was on the injury report? But it was just like
I don't know if he was.
Did not participate. He'll have like a Wednesday off or a Thursday off, and then come on Friday.
So. I hope the Seahawks are following the rules.
Yeah,
the Patriots always do.
Also, for the Rams to have no injuries this year, basically outside of what happened earlier with Aqib Talib, but now in week 19, what week are we in? They have no injuries to report on Friday or a Wednesday before game.
What's amazing is Todd Gurley is hurt. And you can tell that he's hurt. But meanwhile, CJ Anderson, who is, I think, as heavy as me right now.
Dude, he looks like a bus. He looks like Jerome Bettis.
He is one of a kind. He looks like a gumball.
Yeah. He even in his uniform,
bouncing around. Like, I know. He's just bouncing off people, and I don't understand how he's like spry. I don't understand how he's like running.
Well, sometimes athletes are athletes. Sometimes you see big people that are like agile. And if you were once agile, just because you put on weight doesn't make you like. Well, it does, but I don't know. Athletes are athletes to me.
Oh, trust me.
And world class athletes are world class athletes to me.
I know that. I am one. But here's the thing. I don't know. If he somehow like gets these Rams through the Super Bowl and wins the Super Bowl, and he's like rushing for like 150 yards per game, I'm gonna be like, what the fuck? Like, if he wins like Super Bowl MVP.
Oh God, you're going.
Can you imagine?
Man, you're
if
really.
CJ Anderson like did all that. Would you?
And wasn't he signed a week ago?
Yeah. Would you give Sean McVay any credit for that Super Bowl, or would you just be like,
hey, you ran into some luck?
Yeah, like.
I don't know, man. I think Sean McVay's football brain is just...
He's one of a kind.
Astronomical.
Can we talk about the NFC West head coaches right now? So you've got Sean McVay in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Then you've got... oh, shit.
Cliff Kingsbury?
Well, who's in San Francisco right now? Shit.
Oh,
Shanahan. Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah.
Who's like 40.
Yeah.
McVay's like 32.
And then we got old man Pete.
And then you got Cliff Kingsbury, who just got hired. Who, by the way, if he drafts Kyler Murray, amazing.
Amazing work right there.
And what, Cliff Kingsbury like 39, and then you got Pete Carroll.
But would you do that? Are you going to give up on Josh Rosen that quick? Yikes! Probably if that's not the case, probably I don't not. Think you're going to do
probably
that.
Not. But then you got Pete Carroll, who's what 65.
Yeah.
That's amazing that you have
that disparity coaches. Or that parity, I should say.
And I don't listen. I'm not.
Then again, I think Pete Carroll has the energy of all those guys. Yeah. If those guys have energy, Pete Carroll's he'll hang out with them.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Pete Carroll's 67, going on 30.
All 4 of those guys, relatively good looking.
Good looking guys.
Cliff Kingsbury. Stud.
Okay, we knew that.
Stud, absolute stud.
Texas Tech. He had.
Have you ever seen Sean McVay's girlfriend?
Wow. Smoke show. Yeah, I did see her on Twitter.
I'm sure Kyle Shanahan's just doing fine for me.
He wears a leather jacket on the sidelines, like a player's coat almost. It looked like a San Francisco Letterman's jacket at our game that we lost.
A little old school connection, little Jerry Reese or something.
Yeah, see, Jesus.
Is that Jerry Reese? Is it that guy from the Falcons? No, that's not him. I don't know who. Jerry Glanville. When he wore that.
But yeah, Cliff jacket. Kingsbury, he would have just his sideline fits, bro. Just his clothes just looked better than any other coach. And he'd pair him with like a pair of Ray-Bans or something. You're like, are you coaching football or like are you going to the beach today? Like, what are you doing?
Okay, so what do you think about the Arizona Cardinals hiring a coach who couldn't win at Texas Tech in college?
And you expect to win the big time? Yeah. I don't think... Was he even above 500? And he had...
I think he was one season.
He coached...
overall, though, I don't think he was over 500.
I don't think so either. I think he played... He was coached like 60...
around 500.
Yeah. Like 35 and 37 or something. Something weird.
But, listen, the guy's an offensive genius. We know that. And he has played and coached under coaches who are offensive geniuses. He's a Mike Leach disciple.
Yep.
And as you can tell, Mike Leach is unreal at creating these crazy plays.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, another little tangent here. Mike Leach is currently teaching a class at Wazoo, and I think it's called football tacticians and warfare in society or something like that. And the two
hell of a class, man.
And he's teaching it. And the 2 projects are create 2 football plays for the Houston opener for the team. And the second project is what kind of warfare plan would you use in Yemen right now? What a fucking class.
Not only that, what a brain that Mike Leach is.
Can you imagine taking that class from Mike Leach?
I would love it.
That would be a great class.
And I love Mike Leach because he gets dominated.
He's just amazing.
Yeah, he gets dominated really in the Apple
If you were a second, look up Mike Leach wedding advice. It's hilarious. So here's the thing, Cliff Kingsbury. I mean, is that the way the NFL is going? Where I think this is kind of becoming a stale topic, but it goes back to the Seahawks, in my opinion. The way the NFL is going is definitely offensive.
Oh, no doubt about it.
They're just
look at
they're trying to
look at the teams. Look at the rules.
Yeah, they're trying to get these chunk plays.
Yeah,
get more speed on the field, less physicality.
Yeah,
just go.
Everything favors the offense, and it's not even close.
Are the Seahawks
ready to keep up?
Well, or are they screwing themselves? I mean, like I know
that might sound
drastic. That might sound drastic. That might sound dramatic, but in the long run, the way that they're creating their team to be the physical defense and to run, ground and pound it, is that going to keep up in today's NFL? Like with the Chiefs, the Rams,
where that's what Brock Hewitt says. That's the saying, is that you throw to score, run to win. But now it might be throw to score and to win, and run the ball when you can or when you want to, or when you see a package that you want to expose or whatever.
Yeah, and I guess I honestly don't mind it, and I kind of like it, but because listen, watching physical football is fun.
Yeah,
it's a great time.
Would I rather watch as
a fan
a 13-10 bloodbath, or 13-9, or a 35-33 shootout?
As much fun as that Rams Chiefs game was on Monday night, that's fun to see every once in a while.
Yeah.
I see that in college. I can see that in college football every Saturday. In the Big 12.
Yep. Yeah.
But I like seeing. Listen, I like seeing big hits. I'm sorry. I know I'm not supposed to like that, and I like seeing big hits, legal big hits,
with your shoulder.
Exactly.
Don't leave with your head. Yeah.
It's okay. I like that kind of stuff, and
that's what makes football football.
Yeah, but I'm just worried that the Seahawks might be screwing themselves for the future, and we'll see. I think the one big thing is that if you can get a physical squad and you can really run that rock, and then you put the ball in Russ's hands at the most opportune times, you can win in this league. And I think you can win Super Bowls.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's just apparent. The proof is in the pudding right there. Look at our team. We weren't supposed to do shit, and then we started running the ball, and then Russell took advantage and had an MVP caliber season where he's in that conversation with the top quarterbacks in the league, and his stats to his touchdowns to interceptions is almost like 5-1. Like,
and I think what's funny is you saw that last week with the Patriots when they beat the Chargers. They ground and pounded and then put the ball in Brady's hands in opportune times.
Exactly.
And
that's what's so incredible.
They're physical on defense too. And I think that's just sometimes. Listen, when you're more physical than another team and you're imposing your physical will upon this team that's built off speed and precision, they get knocked down a little bit, and they're like, nope, we don't want to play anymore.
Exactly.
And you saw the old school Seahawks do that.
Yeah.
So
took advantage. Yeah. Look at the Broncos. Look at our Super Bowl.
Yeah.
We took the highest scoring team in the history of the NFL, and we held them to 8 points, and it was almost a shutout.
Great game.
But that's the thing about the Patriots, that they literally adjust to who they're playing, which is so hard to do.
Yeah.
But shit, you got Belichick and Brady.
Bill Belichick is just one step ahead of everyone.
At all times.
It's
at all times. Like he's almost playing chess and checkers at the same time.
Yeah, it's
mostly chess, but
yeah,
it's incredible. 8 straight AFC championships. Wouldn't that be cool to live in a town like Boston, and literally your team's gonna be there in late January with a chance to win all the marbles.
Not only that,
all their teams.
I was gonna say
exactly. I know. Yeah, it's title town. We know that.
The Celtics and the Bruins.
Exactly. Yeah.
No,
everything outside of like college sports. I don't know if people care about freaking.
Speaking of baseball.
Let's get sad.
We should get in a little
I'm getting so excited about football, even though it's 7 months away now.
And we'll get back to football a little bit later.
Now we're going to talk about
we'll go back to football a little bit later, maybe discuss
what's to come. The most depressing 6 months is almost upon us, because pitchers and catchers report in what?
So let's just start with this. The Mariners signed Dustin Ackley. That's a name that... Conrad, did you know about this? You didn't? You remember Dustin Ackley, Conrad?
2nd overall pick from North Carolina. Teammates with Kyle Seager. They played second and third base together.
And he was awful.
And he was fucking terrible.
The Mariners signed him to a minor league contract.
Again.
Real cool. I'm going to love seeing that beard again.
So
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
He's the guy with the beard.
Yeah, exactly. So, I don't know why the fuck they signed Dustin Ackley. I just don't understand it. I don't get it. Like, here's the thing. You're hurting me bad. What the fuck are you just trying to, you're digging the knife even farther. You're twisting it.
Yeah.
And I don't understand it.
What is there? It's not even, okay, first off, that's not a PR move. Okay, first, if you're trying to,
it's not a PR
exactly, like that's, like,
fuck, let me get out my Dustin Ackley bobblehead. And by the way, let me get out my Dustin Ackley jersey and dust that shit
exactly.
off.
What in the actual fuck
Shout out to Huey.
They, what?
There's Dustin Ackley jersey.
What in the actual fuck are they pitching this year? T-Mobile Field, okay?
Ugly as shit.
Okay,
I'm never gonna listen. It's always gonna be.
I'm excited to have full service at all times.
Always Safeco in my eyes.
I understand that, but literally, what is our calling card this year? We have nobody. Who's going to be on the pictures going up the steps?
It's going to be nobody. And
it's going to be Mitch and fucking King Felix with a fucking 8 ERA?
Listen,
I don't think so.
So
210 hitting Kyle Seager?
Here's the thing. How many losses do you think the Mariners... Set the losses...
102.
Right 102. Wow, that's so... You're going to say it's... don't make me do math here.
102 and 60.
Yes. 102 and 60.
I think we got to 60 wins.
60 wins.
Yeah.
So you're going to say 60 wins. Okay. Well, here's my thing.
That's kind of weird because I had the Seahawks at 6 and 10. but this is 6 and 102. Little bit.
Ew.
Love to be wrong. What if we win 100 games on a bullshit roster? Not going to happen in baseball.
That's number origami. That's what that's called.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
You are welcome.
Stop. That's racist. Here's the thing.
What?
Who said that?
Yeah, who said that? So here's the thing. If Dustin Ackley somehow does make it up to the major leagues,
I have serious tribulations with our farm system.
But also, so there's 2 thresholds in my mind for losses this season.
Oh, okay.
If Dustin Ackley doesn't make the major leagues, I'll say 100 losses.
Okay.
If Dustin Ackley does make the major leagues, I say 116 losses. And so we just tie our record of 116 wins. Yeah. And so we just reverse it.
That would just be, I'd love to be trending like that. We just reverse it.
So, fuck Dustin
Ackley. And to do
Ackley.
it within 20 years of each other.
What's the most losses by an MLB team ever?
Wasn't it just the... who was shitty this year? The fucking Orioles?
Orioles.
They lost 112, I think?
Yeah, I mean... I don't know if we should count these teams.
No. If you're going to the 19th century, probably, I'm not on board.
I mean, you can probably the Mets in 62,
40
and 120. So we probably won't break the record. I hope that we do. I hope we're the worst team ever. I hope we get the first overall pick, and I hope we actually make something out of it.
You guys going to games?
I mean, listen.
Will they get money from me this year? Probably. I don't know.
Probably.
Years prior, when you had Nelson Cruz and you had Cano and you had a reason to go to the ballpark and you want Felix to somehow reincarnate himself, or you have young arms like Paxton, who's not here anymore, but...
I'm not disagreeing with you.
Oh.
I am agreeing with you totally.
It's nice to have a reason to go to the ballpark. Absolutely. Now, literally, I'm going there to get a fucking overpriced beer and hang out with my friends. That's it.
This is my issue. That's what I'm getting at. This is my issue. Is that
it's a bar with a $40
That's
cover.
what I'm saying. Like,
that's what sucks.
And fuck all those people in the fucking
beer garden,
whatever the fuck,
with their backs turned. How has a home run not just clocked somebody?
If you guys want to go get fucked up somewhere else. Get the fuck out of
Cowgirls right at the street.
Let me watch the fucking game in peace in that area. That'd be nice if I could grab a beer, sit up there and watch the game in peace. But instead, there's just all.
See, but then exactly, and their comeback is, well, if you don't want to hang out with us, then fucking stay in your seats. That's what they'll say.
Shout out to NKG. So here's the thing. Yeah, see, the Mariners games have become just social club events, dude. And it's sad. Like, this team.
It's like our high school football games, dude. Like, that was supposed to be our pride and joy, and it was literally a social event. Nobody's watching the fucking game. We're losing 35-0.
In ages, and we knew that they weren't going to be good this season. So I just don't.
Well, the thing is, we didn't know, because when the season ended, we didn't know where we're headed. Are we headed for a full fucking rebuild like we are? Like, we're hoping that we are competing in 2020 or 2021. 2021, I think they have us thinking that we could make that Astros jump or that Athletics jump.
You can see the farm system slowly improving
with all these trades. We went from 30 to like top 5 with the prospects.
Awful farm system.
It's been an awful farm system.
Jack Sorenzik, he just destroyed it,
and it's hard to fix something that's mangled for Dipoto.
So, shout out to the Mariners. We'll kind of touch base on the Mariners every week because that's our local squad. We kind of got to, but
I'm always going to root for them.
Yeah, exactly. But
it just sucks. It sucks that we've had 7 winning seasons since we last made the playoffs. Okay, that was fucking 17 years ago. So 7 winning seasons. I think and 100 losses in one of those.
This year so far, we really got to pay attention to Yusei Kikuchi.
Yippee!
I think that's what we've come to pronounce his name.
Because when we were competing,
that's our guy.
He's 29. Hopefully, right now he's 27. When he's 29, 30. That's when pitchers are at their best.
Maybe Dustin Ackley will be competing for an outfield spot that year too. Okay? Fucking stud.
Jesus Christ, I hope not, man.
Fuck
that Kyle
Dustin fucking Ackley to fuck.
I'm just tired of our
that's
prospects.
Here's the thing, Dustin Ackley's probably a really nice guy, but damn it, dude.
Super happy for, but don't really care. Mike Zunino, kind of a bit, $4.5 million for the Rays to get that kind of cash for hitting 200. But he's a great defensive catcher. But like we always say, watch, he'll hit 240 this year and fucking 28 homers or something, and he'll just figure it out in a different ballpark.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Like usual.
AL East, he gets to play the Yankees 16 times a year, so shit, he could crank some out of that tiny ballpark.
Like fucking usual. This is a horrible segue. I'm just going to go to it because fuck it, I don't have a segue. College football has ended, and unfortunately that just means that one other football league, and shout out to American Allegiance Football, I can't wait to watch it this offseason.
That's going to be cool,
I don't know if that's the right name.
There's a lot of former Huskies are playing.
Honestly, it might not be that bad.
Yeah, we'll see.
But anyways, college football ended, and Clemson just took their trip to the White House where they ate a bunch of fast food. And to be honest, I don't know why people are bashing that at all. I think that would be awesome.
I think it's more of the principle rather than like getting a bunch of free Big Macs. Like I get it. Like you think you're gonna go there and get like a lobster steak dinner or something like that.
Here's the thing.
Like these are linemen, bro. They could take a plate of those Big Macs and probably wolf them themselves. Like 40 of them.
As a college kid, I'd love to go to that.
Yeah, but you like that stuff.
You can get it all the time.
Yeah.
You can't get lobster and steak all the time as a college athlete.
Do people actually not like McDonald's?
Oh no, I love it. No, I'm not even bashing the healthiness of it.
Every day.
Yeah, like you go to the White House, you expect to be wine dined and 69.
Would you guys have some compassion for the people who are not getting paid to work? That's why Donald Trump. Mega. Okay, thanks. Just kidding.
This has been your.
But that's why he bought the burgers and stuff. I think really because he wasn't paying his workers and he didn't want to be a dick.
But he's telling them to go back
one time
to work to not make money.
Okay,
right?
okay. So we're not. Yeah.
Back up. Sports.
But anyways, back to college football. Clemson just celebrated their national championship where they whooped up on Bama, which was kind of incredible.
When was the next time I thought I was going to hear that sentence? Somebody whooped up Alabama football. A Nick Saban-led Alabama football team. Getting whipped.
It's kind of amazing. But Ole Miss, my SEC team is going to do it next year. Ole Miss is my SEC team.
I know.
Because I bought a sweatshirt on Amazon for $7 and it was Ole Miss and it's the most comfortable sweatshirt I have. So I'm now an Ole Miss
Under Armour, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're Under Armour.
Which by the way, keep buying Under Armour because I have stock in it.
Of course you have Under Armour stock.
Stock up. But yeah, that was just an amazing game. But to touch more locally on these teams that we've kind of grown up around all these years and stuff like that, let's first talk about the Cougars. I know you hate the Cougars.
I love the Cougars because they let me smash them every year.
Yeah, that's true.
Everyone gets all nervous, and then people see who the real big brother is every single year.
It's true.
Yeah.
And even this year, I'm not going to lie, I put a bunch of money on
the Cougs?
Nope. I put a bunch of money on I'm kidding you. I put a bunch of money on the dogs who were actually underdogs.
Yeah, they were. Yeah.
And so I was like,
people thought this was the year.
I said, listen.
This year was supposed to be different.
I said, listen, this is going to be easy money.
Yeah.
And I put it, and I even tweeted at Big Cat, who's my kind of like celebrity crush a little bit.
You look like him.
You're like the fourth person to tell me that.
4.
I tweeted at him, I said, listen, man, you want easy money? It's UW this weekend against the Cougs, Apple Cup weekend. He didn't take it. Of course, he said the Cougs, and he lost a bunch of money. His
Bummer,
fault,
dude.
His problem.
Bummer.
Don't know why.
Check your sources.
I'm hot. Listen to me. Don't fade me. So
I know what I'm talking about.
Even though we beat, the Huskies beat up on the Cougs and whatever, still pretty impressive fucking season for the Cougs. 11-2.
Best season in school history. You can't knock it.
I find it amazing that
Alamo Bowl champs.
Well, yeah.
Yippee!
I was gonna say that's a little. Yeah.
No, I know, but I get it.
But like Mike Leach is incredible. He really is, and I think
I think he's gonna play the free agent pool until somebody pans out at quarterback.
For sure.
I really think so. He's gonna just pick up glad Jalen Hurts isn't going there.
He's looking at this Eastern guy.
Yeah, I know.
So we'll see.
Yeah, Gabrud.
Yeah, exactly.
Or whatever.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. And
that's great. He's
a mad scientist. I'm sure he'll come up with something and win at least 8 games.
He's the same size as Minshew, 6'2", 205. Not that makes a difference, but look what Minshew did. He put together a Heisman campaign.
Yeah, that was amazing.
5. That was his pitch to him in the offseason. Like, do you want to lead the country in passing?
Yeah, I remember
year?
that. He was going to go to Bama.
Yeah.
Be the 6th string quarterback, but
win a national title.
But
hopefully,
he was just going to be a coaching.
Exactly, and then he was going to be a GA after.
Yeah, but decided to do that as thing, and I'm sure he's going to be a great coach no matter where he goes now. And he might even get drafted.
He might. Later, but rounds, I think who knows?
Fans fans over here in Seattle are even luckier to have Chris Pearson at the helm. At least I think so. And I know
1-4.
Yeah,
I know. Okay, we'll get. I know that.
I know seasons have ended not as well as everyone has hoped.
Yeah.
Against bigger squads.
Which is why I thought we got that guy, because I thought he won those games because he used to.
And I agree with you on that. But this might be a hot take, and we're here for these. I don't think it's completely UW's fault, and that might sound ridiculous. I think the Pac-12. I think it's the Pac-12's fault.
Oh God, yeah.
I think the fact that you know what I'm saying. The fact that you can't.
Larry Scott needs to go.
When you're in the Pac-12, you can't. You don't have the resources. You don't have the athletic directors. You don't have any. You just don't have the resources like Big 12, Big 10, or even SEC.
No doubt.
And
you can't even argue
the
it.
same type of kids.
Yeah.
And then therefore you start playing these teams like Ohio State, Auburn, Alabama
that are put a new definition of bigger, faster, and stronger than you are.
Exactly, and it's
because not every one of those kids are 5- and 4-star recruits, but Jesus, some of Alabama full of 5 stars.
But I will say you are right. We've seen Chris Pearson do this with a Boise State team, so he should start competing. And that is my one. I mean, that's a real quandary with him, is that he's not winning those games, but he has taken care of Pac-12 competition for the most part.
No doubt.
He's done his thing in Apple Cups.
Ended the Oregon streak. Yeah. Even though we lost
again.
And
he keeps recruiting relatively well.
Yeah. And that's how you build it. You just hope that we're going to take that next step, or not next step. Like, we're there. Getting back to the Rose Bowl was a thing. College football playoff, that was awesome. That was just incredible that season. And then you play somebody like that, you strike first.
It sucks to get so high and then so low.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Like, it sucks to be a part of a Power 5 conference. But even though it's like a Power 4, I don't consider the Pac-12 a Power 5 when it comes to the rest of the conferences.
Yeah.
I don't consider them to be a part of that because, Jesus, dude, look at the evidence. Look at what our teams do against their teams.
This might sound awful, but I think it was great that Oregon had a top 5 recruiting class and got number 1 recruit.
Yeah.
I think that's great for the Pac-12. It might not be great for the Huskies. It might not be great for the Cougars. It might not be great for your squad in the Pac-12. But I think for overall, that's a strong thing for the Pac-12, and that's going to help the Pac-12 in the future. Mm-hmm. And now the next thing that will help the Pac-12 is if Larry Scott can go fuck himself.
Yeah, and he needs to literally just say, I can't do this. I'm terrible for this conference.
Because we've seen Pac-12 basketball is also struggling.
Exactly.
But the Dogs
we'll be lucky to get a conference tournament champion in, man.
Dogs are playing relatively well, though, and
we'll find out.
You know, they're killing it, and we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, that's very early. But got our first road sweep in like 5 years, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, exactly. We'll talk about them a little bit later, but we're getting kind of towards the end here. Any topics that you wanted to bring up? We got about 10 minutes left, and then we can talk about, some old man thoughts that I think we should share at the end of the show, because we're getting old and my body hurts. And
we're only getting older, and that's shitty.
To be honest, I'm
kind of shitty feeling.
And to be honest, I'm kind of hungry, so we should end this soon.
I want to eat.
Yeah, exactly. Anything you want to discuss? Go ahead. You got a topic.
Let's see. I mean, you can talk about hockey. That's exciting.
This is good radio. This is good radio right here.
I'm excited about the hockey team that's coming.
Yeah.
I'm excited to have set...
2019 winter?
No, 2020. 2021.
Okay, 2020. You're right. You're right. It's 2021. It's a little far away.
I know.
All right, so I think we should probably just go over the hottest topic of it all.
The name.
Conron, any thoughts on the name? You're on the spot. You're on the fucking spot.
See, if LA didn't have the Kings, I think that would have been perfect for us.
That would be a cool name.
King County.
True.
Okay. Kings.
Love that.
That's what.
Okay. Also, how sick is it that they're building the practice rink up at Northgate?
Down to get some clothes and then
they're building the practice rink at Northgate, and then you can also I think it's like a public arena too, so you get to skate there too.
Yeah,
it's gonna be dope.
Where in Northgate?
That's a great question. I'm not sure, but pretty close to the mall.
Oh, weird. Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty cool though. So, anyways, back to the name. What do you think?
Oh man, that.
I've seen Sockeye, Metropolitans,
Steelheads,
Totems, stuff like that.
Some Native American always looks sick on hockey jerseys for some reason.
Yeah. True. We're not getting offensive with Totems, are we?
No, I hope not. Politically correct people. Sorry.
Yeah.
Don't
I'm
really
sure
care.
people
I
are
think
gonna
you
find.
would. It's when you start.
I guess they're not.
Listen,
they're not superficial. Or not
listen.
superficial to the Northwest.
I'm
but
sure that somebody's gonna find something wrong with it, but I just want you to know if you do find something wrong with the word totems, just know that I'm a Jew, and Kamran is multiracial, and so this is a very politically correct podcast, and Beastew's here too.
and I don't give a shit.
What do you think, Norman? You like the totems though?
You like the idea, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean that would be cool. I think Metropolitans is not going to happen because then you call us the Mets, and I don't really want to be that.
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't know. In all honesty, I'm growing stronger or more in favor of Sockeyes. I don't know. I feel like they could have some. I think they have a cool
that
logo.
Seems to be a popular.
Yeah, as long as it's not the
choice.
Kraken or
Sockeyes.
Kraken, I'm pretty much I'm all for it.
Like sockeye salmon, Sockeyes.
Trying to keep it Pacific Northwest over here.
Listen, I don't know why everyone's hating on the Metropolitans.
I'm not hating on it. I just don't
That's
think
the
I
original
I
name
know.
of the 1919 Stanley Cup
That's what it is.
champions.
Number one, the first one.
That's
The
what I want.
first inaugural Stanley Cup champion, the Seattle Metropolitans, won in
100 years ago.
Come on, you gotta honor the past like that.
That'd be
You
cool.
gotta do
No,
that.
you-
That would be
You know what I'm
cool.
saying?
That would be cool. But the totems were a thing too. They weren't professional, but they were.
No, I
they,
get you.
But a lot of people were
I get you.
very fond of them.
I think it's just great in the fact that we're getting a renovated arena,
Yeah.
and the commissioner of Gary Bettman seems
Very.
NHL seems very happy to have the team here. He said he's going to have an all-star game here and a draft here within 7 years of the arena being built, which is sick.
It's gonna be so cool to obsess about another sport.
That's what I'm saying. It's going to be super cool. It's
Like I know a lot about hockey
No,
basically
but-
through video games.
but
If
I'll
I'm being
learn.
completely honest,
I'm
but at the
gonna
same
learn.
time, I'm gonna know players.
I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
learn.
know. Yeah.
I'm going to
Shit.
learn. And what I'm really excited for is hockey fights.
Oh yeah.
I'm so excited.
Isn't that
for
what
this.
everyone's excited for?
I'm so
Other
excited
than,
for those.
I mean, you can't be excited about the ticket prices, but
I've been here many times when Conran's like starting to pass out over there, and I'll just watch hockey fights for 30 minutes.
just a
Conran wakes up and Conran's like, "Really, dude? You weren't watching these like last week?" And I'm like, "Dude,
What?
it never ends."
I like
It's
these.
either that or baseball, bro.
I'm talking pull the jersey over the thing and let's Happy Gilmore this.
Exactly.
Dude. Like I want all of it. That's exciting. It's another sport and it's a winter sport. I understand that basketball could
Exactly.
be around the corner after that, but we don't know. We do not know.
Yeah,
But it's
and-
gonna nice to fill that void between
Yeah,
whenever the
and
Seahawks lose until
listen,
the Mariners start.
When the NBA wants to come back, we'll talk about it. Like I like when we get to the finals.
When they return here.
When we get to
they
the
come back,
finals,
like
and
when they-
hopefully we'll still be here. Which, by the way, we're hoping to still be here. We're hoping to do this once a week. Probably try to do it maybe every Wednesday.
Yeah.
Try to do it every Wednesday. Try to do this. Try to keep this going. Maybe have some guests on every once in a while. Just discuss different topics, stuff like that. I think one topic I do want to get into, and I think we touched on this base earlier. We're getting old. We're getting old.
I'm the
and-
youngest.
And
But yes, we are.
I'm getting upset with some things.
Happens with age. You just start
I
noticing
know, and
shit.
here's the thing: you just gotta suck it up and just do it because you're grown. I'm a grown adult, and so
I guess.
let's be honest. Yeah, like I'm a grown adult. So you gotta suck up and do these things, and I don't know. Do you have any thoughts lately of like, fuck, I'm getting old. Here's what I'm thinking.
I mean, not as vivid as you are, but there are things that irritate
Like,
me.
what's one thing in the last like 2 days that just pissed you off that you're
That
like,
wouldn't have pissed me off 10,
10 years,
15 years
yeah.
ago, or like in high school.
Yeah, exactly. I'm putting you on the spot here.
I know, and I can't necessarily answer. I don't know.
Call around anything lately that you're just like, fuck this, fuck you guys, fuck this person, whatever they're doing, and like 10 years ago you've been like, who gives a fuck? I know that there is.
Yeah.
I'll just share mine, and like this is.
I'm
something-
dying to hear it because
This is-
My basic one is bikers on the road, bicyclists.
10 years ago you didn't care that much.
I wasn't driving like that 26 or 16. I pretty much just got my license, so I didn't know it like
Gotcha.
how much of an irritant they are.
Yeah, fuck bikers, bro. Get my fucking way. I'm in a 2-ton steel.
I kind of
Fucking
agree with you
cage
there.
box.
Yeah.
I will
kind of-
destroy you.
I kind of agree with you there. I also want to say this is another old man thought because I have a couple running through my head on a daily, hourly basis.
That he thinks about. He's like, why does this piss me off?
Yeah. Bus drivers, man, they're fucking rude. They cut me off. They don't give a shit.
They do. They think that they have a...
Yeah, they just do whatever they want. And you know what? I just flip them off now. No matter what, I flip off a bus driver anytime I pass by them.
I've almost hit a couple buses just because they'll pull out and I'm like, excuse me, sir.
But here's my real old man thought of the week, and this has, I think we're all doing this. This is the third week in a row that we have gone to a birthday party. And listen, I love my friends. I love you all. I think it's great that we're all celebrating your guys' birthday. But fuck, man, 3 weekends in a row. I don't want to go out this fucking weekend.
I'm exhausted.
I want to sit at my house in my boxers and watch The Sopranos and eat unhealthy food in the dark. I'm sorry. I love you guys. But that's
just the way I feel.
I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there because that's just what I was taught to do. I'm gonna be there. There's no offense to any people that have had birthdays in the last 3 weeks, but fuck, stop having birthdays. So anyways, that's my old man thought of the week. I think we're done here. Thanks for listening. Have a good weekend. Have a good week, guys. Adios.
Later.